Uh, cool. So, most of that footage you just saw, you're not going to see in my run at all. Hopefully, anyway. So, before I start, I'm going to explain a few things because I don't have much time outside of explaining tricks. I have no idea really what the story of this game is, but someone gave me a pretty good idea, and I think I like it, which is Wheatley has come back from space, but he likes it too much, so he wants to find a way to get back into space, which is about as good a story as any. Also, small possibility of like a seizure warning at the start of this game because of a trick I have to do. It can cause like really quick flashes, though it is quite rare. Yeah, that should be enough. Oh yeah, the basic idea of the game, it's kind of like Marble Blast Ultra but with puzzles. I'm gonna skip the puzzles, so it's kind of like Marble Blast Ultra but glitchy. And I just do this to show that it is a new file, because the first glitch I do, if you've played this game, will seem very weird. So I'm ready when you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, so the very first trick I do is, this game has a return to last checkpoint, and I have a new game, so there's no checkpoint created. If I do it quick enough, the checkpoint it gives me is the ball position, which is in the menu, and the menu happens to be in the third world. So basically what happens is I get given the power up that you're supposed to get halfway through world 1, which is a boost power up, and I just get given it at the start of the game, which breaks the game a lot, because they really didn't understand how powerful this boost is, because it can clip through every single physical object in this entire game. And we got that. Okay, good. That can occasionally go wrong. So this is like a little intro stage. It's kind of finicky with the boost because you're really not meant to have the boost, and you can clip into objects quite easily, like entirely by accident. So the first trick I'm gonna have to do after this is to skip the entirety of World 1 and most of World 2, and it's thanks to, I can't remember who found it first, Cryptic Jackknife or Elemental Guard, but basically you can clip through a puzzle, and we've in World 1, and we found that World 2 is loaded beneath World 1, and the puzzle I'm about to enter technically counts as World 1, so just beneath it is World 2. I didn't get the quick entrance. So I'm just going to clip out and fall into World 2, because that's pretty normal, and because, like I say, I don't like puzzles. It's gonna be a little late. Oh, I got away with it. So I have kind of a setup for this to work, and then I just need to not fail at boosting, and I will land in the second to last room of World 2, and I just have to push a boulder, and then that's the whole of World 1 and World 2 done. It's a bit finicky because I can't make any adjustments once I've done the actual boost, because as you can see, this is my entire screen, and the level doesn't load until I'm in it, basically. So I just have to assume I've got the right angle. I should be in the top of the room. I might have... Oh no, did I... Please tell me I didn't get this. Oh my god. Okay, I have to redo that. That was the one thing I didn't think would happen. Okay, I messed up my angle, and there's one place in the entire room where you can get stuck in a rock that you can't clip out of for some reason. That's a really annoying reason to lose time.
So you don't like puzzles, but isn't pushing a boulder also kind of a puzzle?
It's sort of a puzzle, but I mean, I wouldn't count it. All it is mashing B until it moves. There's no real like working out where things are in it. It's just doing dumb stuff. The idea is that you can get the perfect boost and land just above the rock, and then as you're falling past it, you just repel it, but hopefully just a safer setup, which means I should land kind of in the middle of the room instead. Before that doesn't happen. Okay, I took it a little too safe. So this is the room. You want to land basically up there, but I wanted to be safe just in case. I wasn't really expecting that glitch to happen. Oh, really? Okay. And the lift here has like a really weird floaty mechanic. So you can actually use it to infinitely fly in this game, but it's unfortunately useless. Also, the most important thing about this puzzle, I guess if you want to call it that, is it's to save a whale. And that's what this game's about, saving whales. There's the whale down there. Poor guy. We're going to free him. There's a beached whale, however, who we are going to entirely skip. But he's still going to take me to World 5, sorry. So, when I was explaining the boost glitch earlier, and saying it can clip through any physical object, I specified physical specifically, because there's one thing it can't clip through, which is an invisible wall. And it's essentially because it's just like a hard-coded barrier. There's one way to get around that though, which is to despawn the entire map, because then the invisible barrier just sort of isn't there, because it doesn't need to stop you going through a level. So this entire level has invisible walls around it. I'm just going to kind of despawn the map to get rid of them, because as I said before, I don't like puzzles. In fact, if I remember correctly, there are 5 puzzles in this game, which I have never completed, because when I played this game casually, by the time I reached World 4, I found out this game was super broken, and I skipped the whole of World 4. And the only reason I even know what's in them is I watched a blind race of this game.
Filthy cheating bastard.
I mean, I think the puzzles are the only kind of bad aspect of this game, to be honest. They're nice puzzles, but because of the mechanics of the game, you are kind of too fast to execute them well, so they're a bit annoying to execute. So this jump is really annoying because pretty much it changes every single time, and I have to adjust every time I do it. So I need to despawn the map mid-jump and then jump back into the map on the other side past the barrier. But I need to not load the map as I do it. I just need to stay on the edge. It's quite low. That's going to be an awkward angle. Should be good. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're good. So I landed on the other side. Water, please. Thank you. Oh. Wait, I have to figure out the camera angle for this. So yeah. As you can see, this is a really hard trick because a lot of it is blind. So I have to land on the land. I have to land on the other side, basically. Not load the map, because I'm basically in the map between worlds 3 and 4, and it's really messed up. Like, the grid position is totally skewed. So if you load it, what happens is you load the land above you, and you just fall through it, basically. And you can still sometimes get into the water, but you're really low, and it means you have to spend a bunch of time getting back to the top of the water, which I'm already at now. Unfortunately, I have to find the map right now because it's quite hard. Oh, I got the right position. That's good. So yeah, there's the beached whale over there that we're totally gonna not save. I'm gonna try and save him, but it's not gonna go well probably. It's a really difficult trick, so I need about 15 perfect boosts for it to work. So I'm now in the out of bounds of World 4, well, or the bit between World 3 and 4. But invisible walls don't are both ways, so I'm stuck out of bounds basically. But for some reason that I'm quite happy about, right at the end of World 4, the water just doesn't have an invisible barrier. Like, if you just played this game without knowing anything and swam out into the water because you didn't know what to do, which I did, you would just go out of bounds.
Going out of bounds by swimming now, that's a first.
Yeah. No. Oh, wow. Okay, that's really bad. That's going to cost me a lot of time. I don't know if I can save this. Yeah, invisible barrier. Shit. That's really bad. Okay, that just cost me about 3 minutes. That's really annoying. I don't know why it boosted like that. So the problem with boosting in this game is it's really finicky, because it's quite hard to figure out the angles exactly. But that's going to basically cost me any chance of this being a decent run. I wanted a 13-14 minute run. The current record is 12 minutes and 24 seconds. This is probably going to be more like a 17-minute run. And that's if everything else goes well and if I don't screw up. Oh, don't clip. Okay. You can fall through every floor in this game as well, and it's completely random, which is why the estimate was a lot higher than it should be, because what I just did could have happened by just clipping through the wall, through the floor, whereas that was just my own fault. I didn't read the wall properly, the ground properly. I just have to hope I don't screw this up again. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, we still got it. Okay. Now there's time, because I've already explained everything. I didn't expect to screw that up. So if there's any donations...
No donations, unfortunately, except for one that I just pushed in to change what we do with live-action movie Yoshi, which is the final boss of the game Robo we'll be playing in a second. I chose to donate $15 on Glitch, so at the moment Glitch is in the lead by $4. If you want to ignore it, go for 16.
Good man. Everyone should donate for Glitched. Glitched has to be better than Kill. That's always the better option.
And glitch, but only if I get really excited about dying.
If you can kill and glitch, that is of course infinitely superior to just glitching.
If I get through the whole thing back.
Okay.
Now, if Robo gets through the whole thing without dying, as he said, so go for it.
Okay.
Why not? It's Christmas.
So let's try not screw this bit up again. Oh, this jump's kind of annoying because you can't actually see the edge. You just have to guess from when he starts rolling backwards. Also, for some reason, well, I guess it makes sense that since I said it was Wheatley, but I'd always called this ball a he, and I don't really know why, since it's basically an inanimate object. But can't complain. Okay. So, yeah, the reason this screwed up is that there's actually an invisible wall slightly to the left, slightly to the right of me, and right before I was trying to adjust the camera, and I flipped it slightly to the right, which meant as I was going up, I just went straight into the invisible wall and bounced off. And you can save it, because you can actually get back out of bounds in that area, but it's really difficult. It was basically bad by me. It was nothing other than just being terrible. And almost this entire area scares the hell out of me. I reckoned it would happen in my marathon run. It still might. You can clip through the floor at any point here, and as you've already seen, it cost me quite a lot of time because it warps you back to the start of this trick. In fact, my world record run, I clip under and clip back up, and I went like crazy. I thought the game was going to massively screw me because it was a really good run. So yeah, just here is where the out of bounds stops, and then we can just like ignore the fact that there's no wall here and just come back in. It's really weird. I guess they thought that it was a really obvious thing that you should do. You shouldn't be entering the water. You should be going into this boat to trigger a cutscene. But I didn't think it was that obvious. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not subjected to game design. Too used to just trying to break things. So I'm gonna, you can just go straight to the boat here, but I'm gonna try a trick to make up for how terrible that beginning was. So I can trigger the cutscene and then immediately exit it, and the cutscene will still play because you see the boat still going. I'm supposed to be in it, but I don't need to be. Oh, that's a really good start. So if I get really, really good boost, I can make my way all the way back to the beached whale and save him. But it's pretty difficult because I have a minute and a half, I think it is, and there's only one decent way to get back up there. Yeah, that'll have to do. Thankfully, it doesn't matter now if I just sort of fail and go down there because the checkpoint's back over at the ending, so... Well, this is kind of a bad angle. It's probably not possible anymore. Like, I've already screwed up enough, but I might be able to get at least to see the whale. Oh man, no. The invisible barriers are messing with me. Yeah, a lot of the geometry out here is really messed up. It's not, like, at all what it should be. So rocks will just occasionally not have the surface they're supposed to be. Oh no. Yeah, I probably won't make it. Unfortunately, I tried to find something else that I could do as a more achievable goal, but there's not really anything around here that's that interesting. Because even to get back into World 4, I'd have to go like all the way round to the same place I need to go and save the whale.
So would you say this game is more like Marble Madness 3D version, or is it more like Dear Esther Marble version?
I don't know. I don't even know which version I've played.
Which version of Monkey Ball is this?
Which version of Monkey Ball? It's the one called Orbs of Doom.
Okay.
Orbs of Doom,
So,
that was that...
Everyone should play Orbs of Doom, by the way.
That was
It's
that
amazing.
game with the pink girl, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That was that perfect game.
It's like a Monkey Ball clone, and it's amazing.
So this is Sonic Ball Adventure.
Sonic Ball Adventure, exactly. It's about as glitchy. So here's another cutscene with a really weird glitch of well, it's not really a glitch, it's just bad programming. If you do a return to last checkpoint here, it just puts you in a box underneath the sea that you cannot escape from. But you can load the checkpoint at the beach a little early and then skip the last bit. This trick I absolutely hate that I found because it's really dumb. Oh my god, it actually works. It requires this really odd float mechanic that's in the game. Well, it's not really a mechanic, as in it's not supposed to be used as a movement mechanic. It's just kind of a thing that's in the game. But there's no reason for it to be there at all. Like later on, it's in the volcano, and the point is the heat is supposed to be making you rise. That kind of makes a little bit of sense, but there's nothing there to make it happen. It just is there for some reason. And you're going to see something which you haven't seen at all in this game, which is this thing here, which is supposed to be powering up puzzles, but you know, we haven't been needed to do that, surprisingly. This is the only thing you need to power up in the game, and you can skip it as well. You don't even need to do it, but it's a lot slower to skip, because you can basically climb this entire volcano if you want, despite it supposedly being out of bounds. Oh, that's how easy it is to clip in this game. I wasn't trying to clip, I was just trying to bounce off it. Because the kind of consistent method to clip is you go up right up close, then you pull back a little bit, and then you just boost in and it works. But you can basically clip as long as you have the right speed. And this is basically the only puzzle I sort of complete, and that's a very dubious word. What I mean is I get to the ending of the puzzle. But you're supposed to use the repel mechanics, and you pick up these orange... Oh no, you pick up the orange balls, you chuck them into the middle, it opens up another bit, and you keep getting higher and higher, but they didn't understand how powerful the boost is at all. So you can just jump to the top and then jump out. But this setup is really weird because it requires the float mechanics to not be terrible. And they're really weird. So that was actually like nowhere near enough speed to get to the top, but you can just sort of float the rest of the way there. This is also where you can get the infinite fly glitch, but unfortunately it would be really useful. Oh, that's the exit, by the way. It would be really useful if it wasn't if this map at the end was loaded above like it should be, but it's not, unfortunately. I'm going to try this one trick once. You can clip through here, but I don't know if you can tell, but I can't move properly, so I can't set up the clip like I normally would. No, okay, I'm only going to try it once because I've not got it very much recently. But yeah, you can clip through and save this little bit of time here. Oh man. So I'm just trying to figure out how bad this run would have been even if I didn't mess that up. It would have been about 14 minutes, which is all right. But Oh wait, I completely forgot. I clipped into the rock as well. This has been about as much as. Oh right, ready on time. Sorry, I wasn't even paying attention. Rambling too much time. That's about as train wreck as that game can go, which is why it's like a really good game to run. Like bad things can happen, but most of the stuff has setups and it's really fun. I'm probably going to do a tutorial on it pretty soon for all the setups because it's a really fast, good game that people can run. But yeah, that's InFlux. We now have a long, unnecessary cutscene for Wheatley going back into space. I have no idea why this contraption is in a volcano. The story of this game is very confusing to me.
People don't play Sonic Ball Adventure HD for the story.
Yeah, I know. Sonic Ball is not there for the story. It's there for the speed. It's there for the boost.
Fastest for Sonic.
I do love that you almost forgot to call time at the end of that run. Like, it's like not that there's anything big going on, not like you were fighting a final boss and you've lost count of your hit or something.
Just
it
rambling.
was just you forgot that you were running into the end of the game. Perfect. Alright. Now, after you have now seen InFlux, I think Great Guy Analysis is almost ready to start. I'll do a final check of donations to see if anybody decided to snipe away. Nope, nobody has decided to snipe away, so I'm closing the donation incentive for how to deal with a final boss, and it is still Glitch. However, Robo said he will be going for kill and glitch, so if he can get through the game deathless. And I shall now pass it over to Meridian because I'll sit myself on the couch.